What's good, Internet? My name is attackslug. Welcome back to WWE 2K15 on the PS5 in 2021. Why? Why not? We are on Superstars now, but still the NXT champion. Let's continue on Monday. Defending every month, but that's what it means to be the champion. I know. Who do we got? The Big Hurt, Jack Swagger. Get on your knees. How will the Slug make out against the two-time All-American Jack Swagger? Big Hoss on the jacket. Big Hurt in the building. We, the people. Here we are to do it on Superstars on a fine Monday here on the program. And we obviously have a bit to discuss here from AEW Revolution last night. Big old pay-per-view, big old long show, as they usually tend to be, because there's only 4 of them a year, so they're going to be long and get you your money's worth on pay-per-view. So, let's get into that here as we discuss things and stuff in a new week of the show, a new week of the wrestling. It is Moveset Monday indeed. Boom! Hit that elbow on Jack Swagger for a Moveset Monday. So, let's start at the start. Let's start at the buy-in, featuring, shockingly, surprisingly, a mystery tag team partner for one Britt Baker, and it was indeed the cutest in the world, Maki Ito. And I'm like, wait, what? Huh? How? Like, look, thrilled to see Maki, right, on pay-per-view, on AEW. Thrilled. But certainly some business happened here because Maki was in a tournament in Japan on Friday. Folks were like, that's why she's not going to be there. There's no way that she'd actually be there on pay-per-view. When you're going to Sunday, it is a 20-hour flight from Japan to Jacksonville, and they put her on the show after that. And you're like, oh, Florida is lawless. We're still in a pandemic. There are still quarantines that are supposed to be happening. Florida is completely lawless for her to go straight from Japan to Jacksonville, 20-hour flight, and then be on the show immediately. You're like, oh, that's the kind of game we're playing now. Okay, I guess, whatever. But yes, thrilled to see Maki in that tag team match, hitting her stuff, doing her moves, doing her business, and love to see it. Love to see it. But if that's how we're playing now with AEW, if that is the stakes we're playing with, where it doesn't matter if you're in Japan, they can get you on TV immediately without having to be in quarantine for, a week or whatever, that opens the forbidden door that much further. For anybody and everybody to get on a flight from Tokyo and just get there and be on Dynamite or whatever. That's how it's gonna work? Okay. Let's go then. Let's go. Give me the Stone Pitbull. Give me Yano. Give me Okada. Though not really, because he has a back injury right now that he's working through. Like, I don't necessarily want to see Okada right now. He needs to rest up those apparently slipped discs in his back. Like, for real though. Seriously. Don't overwork the Rainmaker, please. But besides that, I guess the door's open. So have at it. Also, what this showed us, which is a thing that's been has been the case for quite a bit here, as Swagger is just dominating here. He's almost at finish here. That's a problem for me. That's a problem for me. That the Swag Man gonna beat me here on Superstars. But a problem that AEW has had since day one was manifested here extra hard in how they handle their audio, how they handle their... Uh-oh. And Swagger just beat me there. Didn't even hit the finish. Beat me. Big Hoss, Big Hurt gets it done on Superstars. 1 star. I had a bad match. What can you do? That match was an absolute waste. I was an idiot to believe that you could put up a fight. I mean, look, man, it's Monday. I'm tired. It was a long show last night. What do you want from me? As a champion, you accept any challenge. So, alright, thanks, Vicky. Tyson Kidd. Okay, cool. Falls count anywhere. So yes, AEW and the way they handle their entrance songs and how they don't pipe it in the direct feed, it's the actual audio from in the arena, and I totally stole your tights, Tyson Kidd. Haha. That's what it's all about now. We're feuding now because these tights. But yes, they perfectly showed why the AEW audio is so bad with Maki Ito, who sings her own entrance, and the audio was just really off because of how they handle their audio. It was not good. So please, it's been almost 2 years now. Fix your audio, AEW. Like, I don't like how they do it. It's bad. Anyhow, the main show. Jericho MJF versus the Bucks. The Bucks retain those titles, and it seems like maybe now we'll finally get to the point where MJF takes control of the Inner Circle on Dynamite on Wednesday. We'll see. But that is kind of the long-term story here, is that eventually he rules the Inner Circle and takes out Chris Jericho from the captain position. So, the Casino Tag Battle Royale happened, and man, AEW has a lot of tag teams. Like, I'm just like, this is still going? This is still going. There's just so many freaking tag teams. But the victor in the end was indeed Phoenix. So Phoenix and Pac will go for those tag belts at some point against the Bucks. And I think Phoenix is fighting one of the Bucks on Dynamite this Wednesday. So we build towards that bit of weirdness. Now, there was one spot in that match, though, where Tony Schiavone had seen a man pile drive a man onto another man, right? So it was a pile driver onto another dude. It would happen in that match twice. But when it happened the second time, Tony Schiavone's like, I've never seen anything like that. I'm like, it just happened, Schiavone, 10 minutes ago. In the same match. Schiavone, pay attention. Come on, man. Come on. So, Hikaru Shida defended her women's title against Ryo Mizunami. Pretty good match. Kind of went on a little bit too long for my tastes, but again, good times. Miro and Kip Sabian, kind of whatever, against Orange Cassidy and Chuck Taylor. Was fine for what it was, but yeah. Although the bump with Ford, to me, says they're actually going to finally separate Miro and Kip Sabian. Because Miro pushed him into... Yeah, alright. Look, get the... What are you doing? Looking for nothing. Not cool. Not cool. Uncool. Northern Light suplex on the outside. Unforgiving padding. And a pinfall, because it is false count anywhere. So, the big money match. Matt Hardy, Hangman Adam Page, ends with Page winning thanks to the Dark Order. So when, oh when, does Page eventually join his friends in the Dark Order? That is the question for the ages. Give me a chair. Thank you. Solid steel in the wrong direction. German suplex on the outside. Now, ladders. We had the Face of Revolution ladder match, and it had a giant Sonic ring, was what you get. The brass ring, if you will, but man, that was a giant Sonic the Hedgehog ring, I'm sorry. It was, yeah, a little bit too on the nose there. And I was the one who was gonna do this, Tyson Kidd. I swear. Losing streak incoming? We'll see. What the hell? Give me the freaking, what the hell? Targeting. You're terrible. Speaking of ladders, you're terrible, Tyson Kidd. No, hit Tyson Kidd, yes. Please. What the actual hell? But yes, the sixth man here was the mystery in this Revolution ladder match. And its sixth man was indeed all ego Ethan Page, who was gone from Impact after that whole thing with Karate Man. Gone from Impact and now signed to AEW. He's all elite. But man, AEW is working with Impact, so, you know, he could appear there again. You never know. All together possible for Ethan Page. But he did not win this six-man ladder match. L1, indeed the winner, was Scorpio Sky. So he is fighting Darby Allin for that TNT title on the show this Wednesday. So an immediate shot against Darby. And still kicks out. Now then, at this point of the show, it was the reveal. Who is the Mystery Man? Because as I said, I thought it was going to be different from who was the Mystery Man in the ladder match as to who was the Mystery Man that the Big Show announced for the signing. The Hall of Fame worthy talent signing was not all ego Ethan Page. No, it was indeed Christian Cage. And you're like, in your best Todd Grisham impression, it's Christian? All right, look, I'm not mad at that. And I feel like that what probably happened here was the fact, nice, on the chair. What probably happened here was Christian came back at the Rumble, and he wanted to work more matches. He wanted to work, say, with Edge in a tag team thing, you know, on a short run here this year. And they didn't want to have him work matches. Like, what else could it have been besides Vince saying, nah, Christian, nah. You got cleared to work the Rumble. You're in ring shape, but nah. We don't need you that bad, Christian. Sorry. So, and I tap. And I tap. Thanks, Tyson Kidd. Hell of a match, though, but thanks. 2 straight losses on a Monday. Starting this week off real rotten. What can you do? What can you do? Highlights. Show me my move on that broken chair. Nah? Nah? Not my move? Not my signature on the chair? Video game? Nope, that's not in your highlights. That is, though. On the ladder here. Here it is. Neck breaker on the ladder into a submission maneuver. And then I tap. Here is your winner. But not the champion. That was not a title match, Tyson Kidd. But a 4-star match nonetheless. You're the champion? What a joke. Thanks, Tyson Kidd. Tonight is your NXT Championship match. I expect you defend your belt like a dignified champion. I mean, I'm on a roll today of just losses, so can I beat Tyson Kidd regular one-on-one? I have my doubts. My overall is garbage, so I feel like anybody at this point could just beat me easily. Unless you're El Hondero or Neville. Anyhow, Christian did indeed have his TNA theme song. So that open door between AEW and Impact paying dividends for Christian Cage. So look, if the dude wants to work matches, go. Do it. Are we going to see Christian in New Japan? Could that happen? Like, all kinds of doors being opened here for a guy who wants to work more matches, got himself back in shape, got himself cleared, and WWE didn't want to use him? Sure, man. Do what you're going to do. Like, seriously. If you spent that long and hard getting back into shape to work matches and they don't want to book you, you're going to go somewhere else. That's just my thought on that whole thing. Tyson Kidd, relax yourself. This is not Falls Count anywhere, but I'll beat you out here anyway. Count it, ref. I don't care. I don't care. This is championship opportunity here. Tyson Kidd, get back in the ring. And deal with it. Oh, he didn't deal with it. He ducked it. The opposite of dealing with it. Okay. Anyhow, after Christian signed the contract and just walked in, walked out, no promo, just signed it, the street fight with Sting and Darby versus Team Taz, which was Brian Cage and absolute Ricky Starks. I loved how they shot this match. Like, the actual filming of this match looked amazing in the abandoned warehouse. Like, the camera cuts, the bumps here, all that stuff was great. I thought that having regular commentary on a match that was more cinematic felt weird. Like, everything else here looked amazing, the bumps were amazing, but the whole thing where they were calling the match was just kind of weird. Perhaps it's just me. I don't know. But that part of it felt off for me. So, you know, was what it was. But despite other Team Taz interference here, the winners were indeed Sting and Darby, as they should be in Sting's first actual match here in AEW. So that one at least makes sense, unlike when he went to WWE and had his Mania match with Triple H and lost. Didn't make any sense. Anyhow, so that leads to our main event, the exploding barbed wire death match. And the thing that folks are talking the most about the ending of that match, or the aftermath of the ending of that match, was not great. But the match was fine. Like, for what it was and what it is, I thought it was perfectly well and done with that style. No problems there. I thought having ropes was weird, because a lot of those old matches didn't have ropes, right? It was just actually only barbed wire. And having one side where you actually could escape with not barbed wire seemed weird for what this match is supposed to be, but that's how they booked it. But, of course, what everyone is talking about at the end of the match, right, where the Good Brothers interfere, and guess what? Omega wins, which I thought he would, because Mox is going to have a kid soon, so he's going to have some time off. That makes sense. But the whole point, they booked this whole thing where it built and built and built. All right, we're going to have a giant explosion at half an hour. Match ended or not, it's going to happen, right? And I'm like, okay, so match ended. They're counting down, counting down, counting down. And they handcuff Mox to where he can't escape. Oh, that's on me. That's on me. They handcuff Mox, right? He's in the ring. He's stuck there. Kenny and Gallows and Anderson leave. They're like, all right, look, this thing's going to explode. We're getting out of here. Kenny rigged it. Remember that, right? And then Eddie Kingston comes in to protect Moxley. Had a change of heart. It's his friend, after all. After all these years. It's his friend. And then the explosion was the most underwhelming thing in the world. Like, they timed it wrong with the pyro. I'm not sure what happened here. But it may have been the biggest botch in AEW history. Is my, like, hot take here. Slug Sploder. Can attackslug retain his championship? Get off your knee! That was too much time. And now what? A rope break. That was terrible. So, yeah. The thing they built up toward the entire night, and that was kind of the problem, because if you hadn't hyped it up that much, it wouldn't have been that particularly disappointing. But all the hype, all the hoopla, all the talk, and some sparklers went off, and then some smoke, and it was just like, bruh. Don't show us video packages of way better explosions, and then don't do it better than that. Like, what are you doing? You have guys on the roster who had more crazy entrance pyro than you had in this thing here. Like, seriously. What are you doing? It was terrible. So yeah, that unfortunately, when the last thing of the end of the show is the biggest thing and it's a total bust, that is what folks are going to be talking about, not how the rest of the show last night was pretty good. Like, that's the unfortunate part of the whole thing, is that the rest of the show was pretty good, but the only thing people are discussing this morning was how bad that pyro was. And yeah, it was pretty lame. I feel like this is the one time we could have used the shaky-ass Kevin Dunn camera cuts to kind of hide the fact. Right now, AEW being AEW, right, they can try to kayfabe around this. That, hey, Kenny set it up, and he's bad at his job, or he didn't want it to actually explode in case he was in there, or whatever, right? The problem with trying to kayfabe this on, say, Wednesday, is that you still have Eddie Kingston, who sold it like death. That's the problem. Now, granted, it's Eddie Kingston, right? Give him a microphone in 5 minutes, and he can try to get you around that, and make you believe why what happened, right? But, man, I don't know. It was not a good look at the end of the night, is all I'm saying at this juncture. Knee to face, Tyson Kidd. I'ma keep my NXT title, Tyson Kidd. That's the plan. And if you think I ain't, Well, you could be right here. Oh no! The finish. No. The neck breaker. And not even a 1 count. We're not done here, Tyson Kidd. We're not done here. I'm sorry. I must avenge my loss from last week. I must. Scoop slam. Okay. Build, build, build. Build, 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 build. Pick him up. Punch him. Then hit the signature. Death Rider. Then capitalize with a drag and a pinfall. 1, 2, and a kick out. I thought that might happen. So that's why I didn't go for a finish right there, right then. See? You gotta punch him first. You gotta punch him first. But now I don't have enough stamina. There it is. Slug. Sploder on Tyson Kidd. Attackslug seeks to redeem himself with a rope break. No! Okay, I was scared there. Would have been a bit of rope break. But no, Attackslug still your NXT champion. Take that, Vicky. 5 stars. The champ is still here. Congratulations. This is your life from now on. Yeah, thanks. At least we ended on a high note for the day. I'm attackslug. Thanks for watching. More videos. See you next time. And I'm out.